not only Hindus, not only the people who belong to the Rishi culture, all over the world, in all traditions, creating a space for divine has become part of our life. Not only in the Hindu tradition, any religion, any master, any group, first thing they do is creating a space for divine. Not only human beings, even animals, when they live together, some of the beautiful researches that nowadays they videograph, some of these beautiful researches, they say even animals don't use a particular area for their eating or for their regular life. Particular area they allot only for rest. They don't use the space for anything else. All they do is only resting. Of course, they don't know anything called worship or prayer. That's the reason they use only for rest. If they know, they would have used for it. We don't know. In every tradition, creating a space for divine or creating a place in which they can relate with the divine has become a part of their culture, part of their life. Here, in these 3 series of discourses, I'll try to explore the science behind the Hindu temples, the idea behind the Hindu temples, why these structures are created. Especially if you travel in India, you can see such huge structures. Then this whole university, completely done in granite. Every village of Tamil Nadu will have a much bigger structure in granite. Why? Our ancestors have created such huge structures in every village. What is the need? What culturally, socially, spiritually we got from these huge structures? Why, first of all, they created it? Before entering into the subject, I would like to mention a beautiful scientific study done by a doctor, Frank Rudolph. He went and stayed in Amazon along with a group of tribes for 30 years, not 1 year. 30 years he stayed with them to do some research about their lifestyle. That's an important thing which I wanted all of you to know. So the tribes, they believe by creating an image of a particular person and invoking that person's energy into the image, into the clay idol, they can heal that person or they can transmit any disease to that person. They believe in a phenomena called transmitting disease or healing disease through a clay image. They create a clay image and invoke his energy into that image. Then they heal him through this image or they transmit a particular disease to him, even death. These tribes, they believe this idea. This doctor wanted to understand, study about it. He goes there with all his equipments to do research, with his video camera, whatever, to do research, to analyze what is happening behind this whole phenomena. Not 1 year or 2 years, 30 years he stays with them, does a research, and then he publishes a beautiful paper. 3 things mainly he says. He says, if he has observed 100 incidents, more than 98 became true. That's the first statement he makes. He observed, if he has observed 100, more than 98, the disease is transmitted, or the health is transmitted, or the death is transmitted. That's the first thing. Second thing he says, not only to human beings, even to the trees they are able to transmit. That's the second thing he says. They make a clay model of a particular tree, and just by infusing that energy through some vibrations, through some sounds, they make the tree wither and die, or a dead tree is brought back to life. Third thing, not only with the living human beings, even with the dead human beings they are able to play. A person who is dead, within 3 days they are able to bring them back, bring that person back to life. It's very mysterious and very strange. If you can get this book called Hidden Mysteries and read it. He gives enough of proof, evidence, and all his case studies and researches, whatever he has done in 30 years, he has published in a book called Hidden Mysteries. Finally, he comes to the conclusion. He gives the conclusion. This group of tribals, they are able to transmit disease or health or death through just clay image, even if the person is thousands of miles away. Even if the person is thousands of miles away. Second thing, not only to the persons, to the trees also, to the animals also. Third thing, not only with the living beings, even with the dead persons, they are able to play. They are able to bring dead persons back to life within 3 days, or they are able to relate, talk to the dead persons for ever. They are able to relate continuously with that persons, even dead persons.